Hello, Detective Banks. I want to play a game.
You should probably run.
Hell no.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Hello everyone, Joshua Myers here, and welcome back for another movie review. And today we're going to be taking a look at one of the newest horror films that came out over the past few years, and that is Sick, released in 2022.
Where's your mask? This isn't a vacation, it's a quarantine.
A quarantine in style.
Are you kidding me? This is incredible. Sick.
And it's all ours. The only neighbor is miles away.
I thought you were spending quarantine alone.
What are you doing here?
I wanted to see you, and quarantine can be fun.
Oh my God! Just one moment.
Unlock the door! Unlock the door!
You have a mask, don't you? Your mask.
What?
I can't let you in. It's not safe.
Are you kidding me, lady? Please!
Sick stars Gideon Adlon, Bethlehem Millen, and Dylan Sprayberry. I hope I'm pronouncing all those names right. So, the plot of Sick is that while quarantining at her family's lake house during the pandemic, Parker and her best friend are threatened by an unexpected visitor. Before I get on with this review, I would like to just kind of talk to you about what my expectations were for this film. Because let's be honest, I wasn't really expecting that much. I mean, I've heard some people liked it, some people didn't. Plus, it's a film that takes place and deals with the pandemic, which a lot of us do wish to forget. Because that time was not a good time, still isn't for some people. And I could see how some people just want to forget about it, but unfortunately, it happened. We witnessed a worldwide pandemic. And yeah, it's tough times. Still is for some people, like I said. So I wasn't sure how I would have felt about this movie, kind of reliving a lot of different wounds there. But once I saw it was written by Kevin Williamson, who wrote the script for the original Scream, and I think also wrote Scream 2, I was like, okay, let's see about it. So I watched it on Peacock with a Peacock premium subscription, and yeah, here are my thoughts on Sick. I really did like how, okay, they kind of put the same kind of level of meta-ness as with Scream. Again, since I could totally see that since this is a Kevin Williamson written screenplay. So, and it very much felt in vein of Scream, in the sense of like the meta-ness, the commentary, all that stuff. So I really did like the writing for the most part in regards to it, and the story too. I also like the setting. It's a very luxurious lake house. I'm sorry. I'm just an old sucker for log cabins, but especially lake house log cabins and that, and the really nice ones. I'm just a huge sucker for that. That's actually kind of like whenever I'm feeling anxiety or whatever, that's kind of what I picture in my head of a relaxing place, you know? So yeah, I'm such a huge sucker for that kind of setting. And setting in a horror setting, like, I love horror movies, as you could tell. So I was like, also too, I did dug some of the comedic aspects of the movie. Just like with Scream, there is some comedic elements in this. and a lot of it has to focus again some of the not only tropes of slasher movies, but also kind of like stuff of like kind of poking fun at some things with the pandemic, and I thought it actually was done in a very tasteful way, and some of the humor was pretty funny. I really liked the humor in this. Now again, it's not a comedy, just like Scream is not a comedy, even though there's comedic elements in Scream, but it is very much a horror film. It is a slasher movie through and through, with some twists actually, just like with Scream. There's some twists and turns, some revelation, there's a mystery of like, oh, who's the killer, all that different stuff. And I thought it was played very well. Like, honestly, I had an idea on what was going on in that, and then, you know, Kevin Williamson threw some twists and turns at me that I was not expecting, and I was just like, wow. I also like the characters for the most part. I mean, they're not like the best written characters ever, but they're not terrible either, but I do like them. I didn't want to see any of them get harmed in any way. So Kevin Williamson did keep me invested in the characters, like he did with Scream. Also too, the runtime, it's a very like a fast-paced movie. It's not too fast-paced, but it's also not like incredibly long. It's not like you're watching a 2-hour or 3-hour movie. The film clocks in an hour and 23 minutes and does feel like that. I think that's about it for my positives, so let's get into things I'm rather mixed on. While I said the pacing is pretty, I think there's some points where it kind of drags a bit for too long. I think maybe if they were to cut down certain sequences, or, I mean, this could have been a fast, like a very tightly paced little horror movie. I don't have really anything I hated about the movie, so let's move on to my rating. So with that said, I'm going to give Sick a 4 out of 5 stars. Honestly, I thought Sick was a really fun horror movie. It did have some legitimate suspense, which I was not, that's another positive I like that, is it had some real suspense and tension, which I was not expecting coming into this film. And yeah, and again, it was funny at times, you know, I liked the kind of commentary and all that. And again, I like the characters, I like the setting. Overall, would I recommend you, my audience, check out Sick? Yes, I would. It's very much like if you like this kind of stuff, and if you like stuff like Scream, you'll probably like Sick, so I would really check it out. I actually plan on maybe picking this up on DVD and Blu-ray whenever I get the chance. So, that's it for this review. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. Also, too, if you're new to the channel and want to like what you see, be sure to hit the subscribe button. It would really help out this channel. My channel just hit 102 subscribers, so I finally made it, people. And thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.